The world of Naruto. A world that's filled with chakra, jutsus, but added with an essential force to the universe, a speed force. And today we're going to be exploring the possibility of Naruto having the speed force. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. But before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you guys want a part 2, let's smash the like goal of 35 likes. If not, I'll be discontinuing this series and we'll move on. But anyways, enjoy.
Chains, but I know you feel the same. So what if we're broken? So what if we're both 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 broken? I guess that it makes sense. I don't have too many friends, cause they'll leave you broken. And I'll like feel like
To start this what if, as we know, Minato is the fastest shinobi, beating the second Hokage and the Hokage. But this time, he's even faster than before. One day, Minato would be sent on an S-rank mission. The mission would go wrong, and Minato's team would be captured. Minato, in frustration, would push himself to the limit, and he would start to develop lightning around him, causing him to go faster than ever. Minato would have access to the Speed Force. During the years, Minato has become Hokage, but only slightly tapping into the Speed Force. The Nine Tails attack would happen, and Minato this time would not have struggle against Obito. He didn't before, but this time it's even faster than before. Minato unfortunately would have to steal the Nine Tails into Naruto. And that's where we are in this story. So 4 years later, Naruto would be the fastest kid in the village. The village elders would notice this and see Naruto as a spin image of Minato. With Danzo, wanting to get his hands on Naruto because he could have endless potential if he's showing such speed at a young age. But Harrison would not allow it, and Danzo in revenge would leak that Naruto's is the Nine Tails. Naruto throughout the years has become known as a prankster, and people would isolate him just because he's the host of the Nine Tails. Naruto would be walking down the snowy forest when he saw a bunch of older kids bullying a girl. Naruto would not have to step in, but he would easily get beat up. Naruto from his rage would access the Speed Force and blitz the kids, beating them up. The girl would be very thankful to Naruto, and this girl we know as Hinata, and she would instantly fall in love with Naruto being completely oblivious. Naruto would start the academy and not really have friends besides Choji and Shikamaru. Naruto, just as in canon, would still be at the bottom of the class because Naruto didn't really put in the effort. Uroka would enter the class telling everyone that they're going to be doing a sparring sessions today to see where everyone's standing at. Kids would go before Naruto, with Naruto, getting excited that he gets to fight someone. Uruka would pick 2 random names in 2 boxes. He would pull out Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha. But as everyone heard that name, he would just hear a bunch of screams from the girls cheering Sasuke on. Sasuke, as approaching Naruto, would think Naruto's pathetic. He's at the bottom of the class. This is not even going to be a challenge. They would start the fight with Naruto being the aggressor, and Sasuke would be completely surprised with Naruto's speed. Naruto was able to get some few punches in on Sasuke, but would just be defeated by Sasuke's Shuriken Jutsu. Sasuke would be concerned that the worst kid in the class was almost able to beat him, but eventually Sasuke would just brush it off, thinking it was just a fluke. Naruto would be mad that he lost, and he would begin to train. He ran up the mountain back and forth with a regular workout. After doing this for 2 months straight, Naruto's speed would increase to a Jonin level. Naruto at this point still hasn't trained his chakra simply because he cannot. This time Naruto's chakra control would be even harder to control due to the speed force inside his body with the Nine Tails chakra mixing. At this point, the Uchiha massacre would happen, with Sasuke being even more power hungry than before. So Naruto went into the classroom excited that maybe he can fight Sasuke after doing all this training. Luckily for him, they are going to be doing some sparring. So Iruka would actually just do the same partners as before, with Sasuke being visibly annoyed that he got Naruto again, and all the girls booing Naruto yet again. But Sasuke would actually start to get happy, since now we can take out all his anger onto Naruto, cause he noticed that no one is gonna care, so why not? Iruka would shout go, and Sasuke would instantly use Fireball Jutsu, with Naruto moving out the way like a blur, and would instantly be behind Sasuke. Sasuke would react surprised, but Naruto would just punch Sasuke right in the face, knocking him back. Sasuke would be surprised but get up and continue to attack with Naruto easily dodging Sasuke and being able to finish him off. Everyone would be surprised and all the girls would just start to boo Naruto, with Iruka being proud of Naruto and actually congratulating him. Iruka would be so surprised that he would report this to Hokage. Hiruzen would be pleased to hear that Naruto is becoming a great shinobi and would be relieved, because he realized he never really fulfilled his promise to Minato, which is kind of like crazy, bro. Come on, Hiruzen. Danzo would hear this conversation and walk in, claiming that he wants to take in Naruto and start training him. But Hiruzen would refuse, knowing Danzo's antics he's up to. Danzo would, disrespect Hiruzen, saying that, why should I listen to you? You're a pathetic Hokage. You couldn't even withhold your promise to Minato Kishina. Hiruzen would feel disrespected and tell Danzo to get out of his office and remember that he's Hokage and don't ever talk to him like that. With Danzo walking off, Hiruzen will call in Kakashi, and he would start telling Kakashi that he's failed as a Hokage. He failed Minato for not, helping raise Naruto, but he's gonna make it right. So he actually decides, to have Kakashi train Naruto, or just look after him in a sense, to help him become a great shinobi. Hiruzen would summon Naruto and he would introduce him to Kakashi. Kakashi would be like, hey, my name's Kakashi, Atake. And Naruto's like, my name's Naruto Uzumaki, with him having a giant smile on his face. Hiruzen would interrupt, telling him that Kakashi's gonna be your mentor, you could say. He's gonna be there for you. Think of him as a sensei or big brother, you could say. And Naruto, hearing this, would have a giant smile on his face, finally having someone to be there for him. Hiruzen would stand up and go right to Naruto and profusely apologize to Naruto for not being there for him. He promised his parents that he would be there for him. And Naruto would be interested and say, wait, you knew my parents? And Hiruzen would just brush it off, saying, but now me and Kakashi are here for you. And Kakashi would interrupt, saying, yes, I'm sorry, Naruto, I wasn't there for you. I just thought my duties as an Anbu, and I thought I failed Minato, and I realized by not being there for you, both of us not being here for you, that was really shameful, and that was really making me fail Minato. Naruto, hearing all this, start to tear up. Finally having people in his life that actually genuinely care about him. So at time to time, Kakashi, would come in to see Naruto's apartment, telling him to clean up, and he would actually get Naruto, to clean up his house and eat things besides ramen. So Naruto this time would not be malnourished and all that stuff. Would actually be, have some muscle onto him. Not too much, nothing too drastic. Just he won't be now malnourished. And it'll help Naruto with the speed and all that, but nothing too significant. Just light races and etc. Sasuke would be in the forest training profusely. Frustrated that Naruto, the lowest of the bunch, the worst ninja in the whole class, was able to defeat him. And Sasuke would just keep pushing himself to his limit, trying to unlock his Sharingan so he can just kill a certain someone. But as Sasuke is working hard, he feels her presence and he looks that direction. And that's when a shadowy figure appears. It was Danzo. Danzo offered Sasuke, to be able to train with Danzo. Sasuke at first would be hesitant and would actually decline Danzo until Danzo quickly reminds him that oh, so sorry, COVID. No, I don't have COVID. Danzo would quickly remind Sasuke that he lost to Naruto, the worst kid in his class, and how will he ever get revenge if he can't even beat Naruto? Itachi would kill you in an instant, and this would trigger Sasuke trying to fight Danzo. But Danzo would simply just look at it and put him in a genjutsu. Sasuke would quickly break out of it. Well, it was dismissed, and Sasuke would instantly accept Danzo's offer to train. Sasuke's training with Danzo would be completely intense, just straight hours of training, etc. And this would continue on until the end of the academy. Naruto in this time on would actually be able to pass because Kakashi actually showed Naruto the Shadow Clone Jutsu after realizing he can't do the Clone Jutsu from the Nine Tails chakra. So he just decided that, he could just do this jutsu because he has such a large reserve of chakra. And Sasuke in this timeline, after training intense hours with Danzo, would actually be able to unlock his Tutomori Sharingan in both eyes. The reason why is that Sasuke was actually given some Hashirama cells, to boost him up a little more. And I remember I got this idea from Dr. Kahu, so shout out to Dr. Kahu. I watched What If Naruto was the Speedster from him, and I loved it, but he never finished it, so that's why I'm doing my own. Anyways, let's get back on track. So anyways, everyone would be given their teams, and Naruto would be on Team 7. The exact same Team 7 with Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. So they will be all waiting in the class for their sensei. And Naruto, knowing that after waiting... Oh my god, English please. After waiting almost over an hour, he would quickly figure out that Kakashi is probably the team leader. And he'd get excited, but he's annoyed that Kakashi's making them wait for so long. Sakura would try to speak to Sasuke, saying, "Hey Sasuke," but Sasuke would just tell her to shut up. And this What If Sasuke would be a little more, even more dark and emo than before because he's just training with Danzo, and with Danzo there's no games or none of that stuff to distract him. Kakashi would walk into the room and Naruto would do the prank on him yet again, but Kakashi this time would catch it, knowing Naruto's abilities and Sasuke's. The only one he's really doesn't know about is Sakura. All of them, Kakashi would walk in and all of them would be mad at him, but Kakashi would just dismiss it and tell him to meet him at the roof. So At this point, they'll all do the introductions, with Naruto going first, saying, "Hi, my name's Naruto Uzumaki, and my goals is to become Hokage one day." And Kakashi's like, okay, he wants to be a leader of the village? Alright. How about you, Sakura? And Sakura's like, "Oh, my goals is to marry a certain someone," with her giggling. And Kakashi's like, "Oh, we got a lot of work to do." And he would be like, "And you?" Sasuke would be like, "My goals are quite simple. I want to restore my clan and get revenge on a certain someone. And just a matter of fact, after this, I don't want no questions, alright?" And Kakashi would be like, "Okay, we got an emo one on our hands." Anyways, I'm Kakashi, and I'm gonna be your sensei. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a test tomorrow, so make sure you show up on time and don't eat anything. And yeah, and he'll disappear. Naruto at this point would try to hang out with Sasuke, but Sasuke would just look straight at Naruto in the eyes and tell him, "I will defeat you, and after that I'll kill you." With Naruto just been laughing it off awkwardly, thinking it was some type of weird joke from Sasuke. So the next day, Naruto would arrive, actually first, and would search the area, thinking he's late. Well, because he can. He does that because, you know, the speed and all. Later on, Sasuke and Sakura were alive. They all would have to wait hours before Kakashi would actually arrive. When Kakashi finally arrived, he would tell him that he was lost on the path of life, with all of them just being mad at him. Kakashi would continue to explain that they're going to be doing a test. It's called the bell test. That they're going to have to take away these 2 bells from him. And whoever does not get the bells will not be passing. Everyone would be shocked and, you know, kind of surprised that this happened. With Sakura trying to, you know, rebuttal this, that no, they can't do that, we just graduated. But Kakashi would tell him, the ninja world is not fair. So, your task as a shinobi of the leaf is to be able to overcome that unfairness with your strength and ability. So, this time, I'm not gonna hold back. And he lifts up his headband, showing his Sharingan. Sasuke, seeing this Sharingan, would start to be, you know, fuming and pissed off and be like, "Where the hell did you get that Sharingan?" Sasuke would instantly turn on his Sharingan, trying to attack Kakashi. With Sasuke hitting Kakashi with, you know, trying to do combos on him, with Kakashi easily predicting it, actually grabbing Sasuke and slanging him into the ground, telling him, "Well then, maybe you want to chill out, right?" And before Kakashi could even say go again, Naruto would come in with the speed, running around in circles, throwing kunai at every direction, with Kakashi just doing the substitution jutsu. And in this what if, I'm actually gonna make Sakura useful, so I'm gonna incorporate her into the scene. So as Kakashi does the substitution jutsu, Sakura noticed this, and Kakashi would be standing there and be like, "Guys, I didn't even get to," and Sakura would try to lunge forward to get the bells, but Kakashi quickly puts her in a small genjutsu. But Sakura in this what if is actually able to break out of it, with Kakashi noticing, being intrigued of Sakura's ability. But he'll quickly stop and said, "Guys, I didn't even get to say start," with all of them stopping in their positions, and Kakashi saying, "Alright then, start," with all 3 of them jumping into the bushes. Naruto this time would actually find Sasuke and Sakura and tell them that they need to come up with a plan, with Sasuke saying, "No, I'll work by myself," and Sakura saying, "What are you even gonna do, Naruto? You're at the bottom of the academy," with Naruto saying, "Alright, Sakura, that does not mean anything. I've faced Kakashi before. he is one of the smartest shinobis I know, and he's strong too. And yes, he has a Sharingan. Alright? That means this is gonna be harder than before. He's never used his Sharingan against students, but he is against us, because he's acknowledging our strength. That means we are up there, alright? But we're not up there individually. We're up there together, alright? And Sakura would try to dismiss Naruto with Naruto saying, Sakura, you're the weakest one here. You have never done anything in your life. You may be smart in the academy, but what real ninjutsus do you have to show for that? Huh? And Sakura would try to rebuttal, but she would just go quiet. And Naruto would say, Sasuke, you and I are the strongest one here. If we don't work together, we'll never get past this. And how will you go and achieve your goals if you can't get past a stupid test? Sasuke would hear Naruto and quickly think, God damn it, the kid's right. Alright then, we'll work together. And since Sasuke agreed, Sakura quickly agrees, saying, sure, whatever, as long as Sasuke's doing it. Naruto would be like, alright, believe it. And he's like, I've got a plan, alright? I hope this works. I hope that training pays off. So yeah, Naruto and Sasuke would both come out of the forest, with them both staring at Kakashi. Both of them going into a fighting position, with Kakashi being intrigued and saying, oh, is that so? And Sasuke would instantly rush in with the Sharingan and just doing the combos he did before on Kakashi, just with slight difference. And Naruto would be behind, focusing, saying, come on, at least anything. So what Naruto's doing, it's actually trying to get a chakra around his feet. He quickly figured out, no, he didn't figure this out. Naruto just thought maybe if he could add some extra chakra on his feet, he could go faster. But since his chakra control is trash, he only gets a small bit of it. But it's enough. Naruto would start to develop orange lightning around his feet, and Naruto would be like, that'll do it. And he runs towards Kakashi. Kakashi's Sharingan would see Naruto coming and actually move Sasuke in the way. But Naruto would actually jump over Sasuke with trying to hit Kakashi, and Kakashi would have to let go of Sasuke, blocking him. And Naruto and Sasuke continue to just go and do barrages on Kakashi until Naruto jumps back and says, Shadow Clone Jutsu! Summoning 10 clones. And all those clones were just starting running at Kakashi, with Kakashi having to dodge them, trying to block them. At this point, I have to say Naruto is not at that, God speed level, at speed, he's Jonin level speed, above average Jonin level speed. So Kakashi can't keep up with this speed. But trust me, and I repeat again, trust me, Naruto is gonna be freaking fast. It's gonna be scary. Naruto would do this using up all these chakra, just trying to get an opening. Finally, Sasuke would run with one of the clones and start to attack with one of the clones incorporating with him. Kakashi would be impressed for such a short amount of time, able to have such teamwork and collaboration. And Kakashi would dismiss one of Naruto's clones, the last clone, and the real Naruto would start attacking Kakashi again. Naruto would do a combination with Sasuke, making Kakashi actually use a jutsu, leaving him just vulnerable enough for Sakura to grab the bells. But in reality, Kakashi saw this coming. But he was extremely impressed with their teamwork that he kind of just let it slide for this. Just this one time. For the one time. Kakashi would congratulate them, telling them that they did display, good teamwork. But Sakura's part was kind of not so team playerish to me, but I'll let it slide. But since Sakura did not participate most in the fight, she'll be tied to the tree post. Sakura will be tied to the tree post, complaining, saying, "Please, Kakashi Sensei." Kakashi will be like, "Naruto, Sasuke, you enjoy your lunch, and we'll redo the test. And I'll be right back." And he just disappears off. Naruto would be chowing down on his food, since he burns a lot of calories and he needs to eat about 10,000 calories in a day. So he's just devouring his food. And Sasuke is eating his food delicately? Delightly? Whatever. You know what I mean. And so Sakura's stomach starts to growl quite loud. And Sasuke will look at Sakura and see that she's in like physically physically hungry. No, visibly hungry. So it's sigh and be like, "Open your mouth." And Sakura will be like, "Wait, what, Sasuke?" And she's like, "Have some food." And Sakura will be like, "No, but you can't." And he's like, "Hurry up and open up your mouth." And he would start to feed Sakura. And Naruto would look at Sakura and see Sasuke feeding her. And Naruto would be like, "Actually, let me just..." And he goes behind a tree and he actually brings out a whole lunch box. It was his spare lunch that it would have, since he always gets hungry. And he actually decided to give it to Sakura. And Kakashi would summon, which scared them all, but tell them that they actually passed the test, and tell them that a ninja who what was the line? A ninja who abandons the mission is regarded as scum, but a ninja who abandons his fence is regarded... It's worse than scum. Something like that. You guys get the quote. Oh my god, I butchered that so bad. But yeah, they'll pass the test with all of them being happy that they passed and officially Genin. Oh yeah. So after the test, Sakura would actually try to talk to Sasuke, saying, "Hey Sasuke, I just wanted to thank you." But before Sakura could say even thank you, Sasuke would tell her, "You're nothing but weak, Sakura." With Sakura being, physically shocked. And he would tell him, "The only reason why I fed you or agreed to work with Naruto is because Danzo told me the secret to this wretched test. He told me that Minato and Hiruzen done the exact same thing. So he just told me if I work together this time, I'll be able to work by myself forever. So don't take this personal. You're just a heathen to me. Get out of my sight." With him walking away. With Sakura's, being completely crushed by Sasuke. But she'll quickly realize that Sasuke was not wrong, and she needed to get strong. She was useless. Without Naruto's plan, she wouldn't have done anything. And she quickly realized that Naruto was right. Naruto, she's the weakest out of all of them, weaker than Naruto, and she has this big epiphany, and she realizes that she needs to get stronger to get Sasuke's approval. Danzo would watch this encounter with Sakura and Sasuke go down and just have a big smile on his face, Danzo knowing that he made an ultimate weapon. So Sakura would actually start to nag Kakashi, asking her to train and etc. And Kakashi would give in and actually teach her jutsus. Genjutsus. Seeing that she had an affinity to it. He actually teach her the Genjutsu. The finger snap Genjutsu. It's basically a Genjutsu when you hear a sound of a snap, you'll be put into jutsu. The Genjutsu itself, it's actually weak, but it's the easiest to perform. And yeah, the second Genjutsu he taught her was quite a powerful one. It's called Misdirection Jutsu, the Genjutsu. I remember seeing this in a What If, but I forgot which What If. But shout out to you. And yeah, it's misdirection genjutsu. Basically, they put in the genjutsu and things are not what it seems. This is actually pretty strong until someone notices the genjutsu, and then it completely dissipates. And the last final one of the strongest genjutsus and Sakura's arsenal right now, is paralyzed genjutsu. So basically, you put in the genjutsu and you'll be paralyzed for about 5 seconds. But 5 seconds in anime world is, oh my gosh, in a whole eternity. So, woo, it's very strong. But it's the hardest to perform, and it takes the most amount of time to do. So yeah, and Naruto would start to be frustrated that they're always going on, D rank missions, and actually ask the Hokage if they could do a C rank mission. With him giving him the C rank mission, Tazuna. So yeah, Tazuna will walk in, roasting everyone, attacking Sakura for big forehead, Naruto for being short, and Sasuke for looking like an emo brat. With Kakashi telling him to calm down, kid. So yeah, they'll be given the mission details, and they told that they'll be departing tomorrow. So the next day arrives and the mission begins. Naruto during this mission would actually start barring Sasuke, just trying to talk him, with Sasuke ignoring him and being visibly annoyed, with Sakura trying to get Naruto to stop, but he's unsuccessful. Naruto, while walking, would actually notice a water puddle and think, a water puddle when it hasn't rained in days? Seems suspicious to me. Until they walk past the puddle and suddenly the demon brothers pop out of the water bottle, and they'll try to throw the chain to Kakashi, but before it could even reach Kakashi, Naruto would react, pouring the chakra into his feet, and dash for one of the demon brothers, and Sasuke quickly noticing and dashes for the other one. Sakura would get into the fighting position protecting Tazuna, and Naruto would be able to slap one of the demon brothers, and Sasuke would be able to slap the other one, with Sasuke actually killing one of the demon brothers, with Naruto telling him that was too far. Sasuke's like, this is the shinobi world, killing is expected. And Naruto's like, damn dude, we could have gotten information out of them. And Sasuke's like, that's why we left this one alive, Naruto. Stop being so sensitive. Pathetic. With him walking off, well, not walking off, with him turning his back to him, and Kakashi would look at one of the demon brothers and put him in the Genshin to tell him who hired him and all that stuff, and he would say it was Gato and etc. like that, and they quickly realized that this is not a C rank mission, and Tazuna was lying. He would tell him that he does not have enough money to be able to get the necessary ninjas they need. But Kakashi would agree to do the mission, since C rank is not far off from their skills right now, especially with Sakura's improvement. He's pretty confident that they'll be fine. So they continue to walk until Naruto notices a white bunny and throw a kuna at it out of reaction. But he would actually get ridiculed by Sakura and Sasuke telling him it was just a white bunny. And as Sakura said white bunny, they all realized, wait, white bunny in summer? And that's when Zabuza's blade just comes spiraling around it. Kakashi would tell him all to duck. And suddenly the sword lands into a tree, impaling it, with Zabuza spawning right on top of it. Zabuza would say, leave shinobi. Oh, quite interesting. Kakashi Hatake. After Sharingan, the copy ninja. And Kakashi would be like, Zabuza Momochi, I think that's his name, of the demon, of the, what is it called? The demon's dwellers, I don't know, I forgot, bro. I forgot. Of that big sword. And Naruto would be like, it's that the sorry guys. And yeah, so Zabuza would activate his hit and miss jutsu, with Kakashi being able to track him down and knowing where he is. But just like anime, Kakashi would get stuck in the water ball, and Zabuza would use these water clones to take care of Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura and Tazuna. But Naruto, give a look to Naruto and Sasuke, Sasuke and Sakura. And Sasuke would know what's going on, and he would fuse himself with lightning chakra, just like he did. And I think you guys seen the Boruto fight against Momoshiki, similar to that, but not to the same extent. And oh my god, and Naruto would start to form orange lightning around him, being able to infuse his chakra just slightly better, but not to extent he will in the future. Naruto and Sasuke would both hit Zabuza, with both of them infused with lightning, and they would start comboing Zabuza, with Naruto throwing a punch before Zabuza could throw one. Sasuke blocks it, Naruto throws another punch, Naruto blocks a punch, Sasuke throws one, and it's just a constant barrage, with Naruto being significantly faster than Sasuke. But Sasuke, he's a little there, and Zabuza would get mad and he swing his sword, making space between him. But as he does that, he just sees Sakura with her hands together. But he wouldn't care, and he would try to attack Sasuke, but he completely misses Sasuke, only just feeling air. And Zabuza would be completely confused until he suddenly punched by Naruto, completely dismissing the water clone. Zabuza would be surprised that D-Kids was able to do that, and be like, better luck next time, kids, but you're done. Trying to do a jutsu on them, but as it hits the kids, nothing happens to them, and he would be completely confused, saying, wait, what? But they would all just suddenly disappear, and Zabuza quickly realized there was in a genjutsu, and suddenly he just gets hit at the back by two kicks, one from Naruto and one from Sasuke, completely stunning him, letting him release Kakashi. Zabuza will be completely stunned and in a daze, and Sasuke was about to go in for a kill until 3 Senbon hit the knife, and it was a miss shinobi, and it was a miss shinobi. Kakashi's like, wait, Sasuke, that's a hit and miss shinobi, and that's a hit and miss Anbu, and the Anbu told him that he would take in Zabuza and he's wanted alive, and they would let him have it, not thinking much about it. So all of them would head to Tazuna's house, and Kakashi would actually decide to teach him how to tree walk and water walk, and Sakura, having the best chakra control out of all of them, would actually be able to learn the jutsu first, and we're able to do other training since Kakashi has energy and not having to fight, etc. And she would learn how to refine the genjutsu. Sasuke would actually be able to learn the tree walking faster than Naruto, and Naruto would start to be pissed off, and he would force himself to be able to do it. And in this what if, Naruto, since he's a Speedster, as a Speed Force, he actually able to think faster, and he comes up with a solution, and he's able to slightly figure out, chakra control, and he's able to, he realizes he needs to do in small inputs, for tree walking and water walking and etc. And he's able to get it. But Naruto was not out there enough to be able to meet Haku, so yeah, he would not meet Haku, and they would not have that exchanged. So that means Naruto would actually wake up on time, and there he would go to the bridge, and that's where they're attacked by Zabuza yet again. And this what if Sakura had actually helped Kakashi, with the genjutsu and stuff, with Zabuza being visibly annoyed that Sakura was able to, get her in his genjutsu, and he would be very conscious about that. And he would actually attack Sakura with Kakashi blocking it. And then Zabuza would say, you just a heathens. Once someone figures out that you are using those pesky genjutsu, you're just weak and useless. And this really cuts Sakura to the, to the soul. So this time Naruto and Sasuke would both be trapped, and Haku would use his ice mirrors thing, and he would start throwing. Moving around throwing Sinbon. Naruto and Sasuke would try to break the ice, but the ice would instantly recover. Haku would start throwing Sinbon, and Naruto, due to his higher speed levels, is actually able to dodge a few, but would still get hit. But with Sasuke very much struggling. So Haku, being frustrated from Naruto being able to dodge all of these things, would send a huge stone of Senbon to Naruto. But just before it could hit Naruto, Sasuke would jump in the way, getting hit with all the Senbon. Naruto would look at Sasuke and be like, You idiot! What did it do? Why did you jump in front of me? And Sasuke would be like, oh, I don't know. It's just instinct. But Naruto, he would grab Naruto by the collar and says, I can't die here. I can't. Not before I kill him. So Naruto, please get us out of this. With him, passing out. But Naruto at this moment does not know that he just passed out. And Naruto would start to, feel this evil aura start to build up in him. He just start to feel immense power, and it's the nine-tailed chakra starting to take over Naruto. And Naruto will be infused with the nine-tailed chakra, but with actual lightning around him. So yeah, he would have the nine-tailed chakra and the speed force, you know what I'm saying? But this time it's not orange lightning like he has before, but red lightning. And it would look like a blur. You have a blurred face, similar to a reverse flash. Sakura would be observing this and be completely scared of Naruto at this point. Naruto would chase after Haku when he's zipping around the ice, and they're actually able to surpass the speed of 4th Gate Rock Lee and actually catch Zabuza. They catch Haku, and he'll throw a fury of punches to Haku's body, breaking several bones, severing tissue, breaking bones. And Haku would actually start to accept his death until he sees, Kakashi about to finish off Zabuza with the Chidori, until Haku uses all his strength and, all his remaining chakra to use the ice mirrors to save Zabuza. But Naruto would run after Haku, breaking the ice mirrors, and then actually able to catch Haku and crush his leg and stab him and slam him into the ground. Naruto would look over, Haku with, just kind of like a demon. Oh, not kind of, like a demon, with the blurry face and everything. And he'll start to do the vibrating hand like the reverse flash, and it's about to kill Haku until Sakura's like, Naruto! Sasuke's fine, with him, but with her by her side, and Naruto would instantly hear this and would just drop out of that form, knowing that everything's fine. But at this point, Naruto's chakra is completely drained and will just pass out. Haku would look at Zabuza, being stabbed by the, Chidori, etc., and he'll fall down to a row. Haku would crawl up to him and Zabuza, and Haku would actually have that heart-to-heart, dying, saying that they really loved each other, man. But I don't think in that way. But I know, maybe in that way. I don't know. I truly don't know. Naruto, after, that small passing out, would quickly, wake up with all his chakra drained, but go to Sasuke. But before he could do that, Gato's men would actually arrive, wanting to kill him and etc. But Kakashi this time, not being strained from the last fight and barely had to, work at this fight, was actually able to kill all of Gato's men, and actually killing Gato himself, telling him good riddance. And yeah, Sasuke would wake up and be like, and Naruto's like, Sasuke, glad you didn't die. And Sasuke's like, let God ever die, you idiot. With him having a small smile on his face. And they actually, would have a common respect for each other, each other's strength and all that stuff. And Tazna would want to name the bridge the Great Kakashi Bridge until Kakashi corrects him and tells him that it should really just be named the Great Naruto Bridge, which they all agree on. And that's where I'm leaving off today. Hope you guys enjoyed What If Naruto Was a Speedster. Yeah, I really like this. It's been good. So if you guys want to see part 2, let's smash 30 likes, 35 likes, and I'll get you guys that part 2 as soon as possible. But anyways, it's been King Donald signing out. Wait, and if you guys have what ifs, leave it in the comments down below. I answer every comment. So yeah, it's been King Donald signing out. Peace.